Hello! Today's style is a very simple, basic style. It actually looks simple rather than just being simple. So a little bit of a change from what I've been doing. It's very elegant, I think it's very graceful. It's very similar to a shell bun, but I think it's a little bit easier. So I will show you what it is. And I think it is gorgeous. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I've done is brushed out my hair and I have put some coconut oil in my ends. And I'm just going to brush that through again. You want the ends to be quite nice and soft. You don't really want them to be dry or frizzy because the ends are going to be what shows in this video. And yes, mine are pink. I think it adds to the look. The first part of the style that I'm going to show you is a little bit like a peacock twist, but for much longer hair, or like what you would get with a claw clip. I don't really like using claw clips because my hair sort of escapes down the middle. So this is a different version of doing that also eats up a lot more length than if you just twist it up and put it in a clip, because my hair still ends up halfway down my back if I do that. What we're going to do is create a bun and the hair will fall over it. This is reasonably similar to the curly bun that I did before, Easy Curly Bun. I will try and link that in the description if I can figure out how. But this is, I'm not curling my hair for it. It will work with curly hair, but you don't need to. And I wanted to have a little bit of not using the claw clip because it's not my favourite thing in the world. We're going to use a stick. I pretty much live with my hair in a stick. So for this first stage, without throwing it at myself, this is all you will need. And we're going to create a nautilus bun by putting our hair around our hand, twisting upwards, sort of, actually just twisting like this to create a little bit of a base, and then you want to pull the hair up to the top, wrap that around, you put two fingers in there, and then put the clip through, the stick, not clip through. And you can also use all sorts of things. I have a thick hair here that I can do this style with as well, but it presents a little bit of a bigger profile than the little stick does, which is only a 4-inch stick. Okay, so I will turn around and show you that. I feel like a super villain. So this hair is quite funky, especially with my ends, it really shows them off. You will notice that I have a very low bun. This is because you have to pull the loop back down after you've put it up. So you put it up and pull it down to secure it. Otherwise you'll find that it's not very secure and it'll fall out. So if you want one that's high, you have to start really quite high on your head. But I'm going for a nice low bun today. Now, as fun as this one is, what we're going to do next is to create a very smooth looking bun. It's similar to the shell bun, but I think it's probably a little bit easier. For this, you're going to need, to not throw your brush on the floor, a little tiny hairband and some clips. I have my little box of clips here. I prefer using the bobby pins to the split pins, but you can use either because you've got the whole of the base of the bun to pin into, so it doesn't matter if you're not using scalp hair. So what we're going to do is secure all of our hair loosely at the bottom with this clip. So scrape it over the bun so it's nice and smooth, or if you have curly hair and you want a curly look, you want to secure it a little bit further down and push it up to fluff the curls up a little bit. And then the step after that is the same as when we did the easy curly bun. We just take the ends, sort of wrap them up, turn them under, and we pin them. So I will turn around and I will show you that, and I hope I have enough pins. There we go. Now you can see the ends of the hair stick here, just tiny little bit. I quite like that effect. If you don't, you can either use a smaller hair stick or you can sort of fluff the hair up a little bit more, which would mean that it would go all the way over and hide the ends of the hair stick. If you were using curls instead of straight hair, this would likely be the effect. And you can put all sorts of things in this hairstyle. So I've got little decorative things that I can just pin in, and I will show you what this looks like with one of my new hair toys in just a second. Right, so this is another introduction to my new hair toy. This is actually polymer clay attached to some little hairpins. This was one of my first attempts at polymer clay, so it's not a difficult medium to work with. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him in with his tail just wrapped around the end of the stick. I am going to use the mirror for this. It's a little bit tricky, okay? Bear with me. And there we go. That is the finished style. It's a very smooth bun. It's very sort of graceful, elegant, which lends itself to having lots of things added to it. It's very easy. And it's also very good for hair accessories like this one. This one is, because it's so large, I mean, it only looks little when it's in your hand, really cute. But if you put it in your hair, it's actually reasonably heavy because it's a solid thing. But this kind of bun is really good at supporting it because the bun is so secure itself. It's not going to be pulled down or pulled out of place by the heaviness of the toy. So you can actually put a lot of accessories in this bun before you get any damage to the style. Alright then, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope that it's been useful, and I would love to see if you try it out, and of course all the hair toys that you have or that you have made. That would be amazing. Alright, happy styling.